Hey guys, Shuriken here with another review. This time I'll bring the Shuriken Gattai Deluxe Lion Haoh from Shuriken Sentai Ninninger. This is a legendary automaton that can transform on its own, as well as combine with Shuriken and Bison King to form an even more powerful combination. So this set includes three things: Lion Haohjou, the automaton Shuriken Haoh, and a small Ninja Chosetsu figure. So let's get started. First up, we have the automaton Shuriken Haoh. So, take a look at it up close and see that the core unit is made up of a red plastic with the Shuriken blade being made in gold. It's got an interesting diamond-shaped design, with of course the stylized ends there, as well as the core, which has the face for what will be the robot mode, secret in the background, which depicts a bunch of flames, the Ninja symbol as always, and then the kanji here, which is Shi, the first half of Shishi, the more ancient way of saying lion, as in modern Japan they kind of just use Rayon, a basically transliterated version of the English word lion to refer to lions, but in more ancient times they would use Shishi, which is derived from the Chinese pronunciation of their own Koma Inu, which are the Chinese lion dog guardian statues. So obviously the Shuriken blade is removable and can be reattached or swapped out if you want to. For this one, it just has two sounds, so I'll first do the activation, then use it with the Ninja Ichibanto. Next, we'll bring back in Lion Haohjou and Ninja Chosetsu, and as you can see just from the way my camera's positioned, this guy is huge. This is another one of those cases where I have to actually have my camera pulled back, legs extended, and off of the table in order to get as much of it as I can in frame. And even then, as you can see, I can't even fit the whole thing in frame, that's how big it is. So Lion Haohjou is the automaton mode, and it's basically a moving lion kind of castle fortress. There's really a lot of detail that goes into this thing if you take a look at it up close. You can see a bunch of paper lanterns molded in, that traditional Japanese roofing, a couple of laser turrets that also have lanterns in them, a couple of big shuriken back here form a tail. There's a little stand here where you can put this small Ninja Chosetsu figure, which doesn't have much articulation, but has a good amount of paint and detail. You just take him and place him right there. You can see there's even detail on the sides and on the legs, which are actually molded in with these tank treads, just to show this thing is so big and so heavy that it can't even really walk and needs these tank treads to move. You've also got a couple of ninja symbols molded in on the sides, as well as one here on the forehead that's all chromed out. Now, with most automaton that are kind of part of the extended series, the automaton Shuriken kind of makes up the body, and for this one, that is also kind of true, but it actually more stores right down here. You have to take these two pegs and then kind of place it in right there, so that'll snap into place. This is actually pretty clever, as this gets it really out of the way and doesn't interfere with any of the aesthetics, and you can still activate it from underneath. Now, one aspect of Lion Haohjou that is not listed in the instructions, or really even shown in the series, is that can actually serve as sort of a carrier mech. And to show you what I mean, I will bring in Shuriken here. And that's just a good idea of how it compares with Shuriken. Obviously, because it's in the more animalistic Lion Haohjou mode, it is shorter in this mode, but it still is really big in comparison. So, for the kind of riding formation or kind of carrier mode, what you can do is you can kind of squeeze in the legs to Shuriken a little, then place it inside here with the arms raised up a little bit. And essentially have it standing within this kind of open cavity in the back of Lion Haohjou. However, there's another option you can do, which is that you can actually have it sitting in there as well. Which just requires you to bend the legs and place it inside. I think this looks a little bit better just because you don't have the legs kind of awkwardly bent in like that. Additionally, it's even possible to have Bison King ride in there, though because it can't sit down, the only way to do so is for you to just kind of place in Bison King standing up. And as can be seen, it also does manage to fit in there pretty well. So next thing to do is the transformation into Lion Haoh. So for that, you're going to want to have the small Akinator Chosets off here in the first place. Then, next step is to take the big Shuriken, remove them from here, and split them in two, and place one into each of these grooves in its paws, which will become its hands and fists. Or rather, which will become the fists. And take the entire thing and lift it up so that's standing upright. And you can see I have to reposition the camera, again, just because of how big this thing is. Next, lower down the arms. Remove the NinShuriken from the chest. And then pull the head off the top and lower it using this joint here. So that snaps into place on the chest. And so you want to take this little lever here on the bottom of the jaw and pull open the mouth. And take Akinator Chosets, fold them up so he's in a sitting position, and kind of snap him into this groove here within the lion's mouth. So like that, then just lower up a little bit so it clicks into place. And finally, just going to raise the camera up a little bit more. Take the Shuriken and place it on the head. And here we have Lion Haoh, who once again is massive. And a lot of the details come together here in the robot mode. Zooming in, you now see new face, which has a mane on the side and a kind of double layered shuriken on the forehead. Now you can see that Agni Chozet's here, who is a kind of grown version of the kind of normal one, not to giant level, but a lot bigger than he usually is, sits in the mouth of the lion, piloting it. You can see even more details, like more lanterns and more of that roof layering going down the body. You can also see how the kind of front legs now become the arms that hold the two Dai Shuriken, or giant Shuriken. Now, obviously with the kind of mech this is something of a brick, so it does have limited articulation. Basically, the only thing it can move are the arms, which can go up and down. And because of part of its transformation, you can kind of rotate the waist a little bit. But it doesn't really click in, except at basically 4 90-degree points. And so, next thing to do will be to combine it with Shuriken and Bison King. Before I do that, I'm just going to kind of bring them in, just to give you guys a size comparison. So first, on its left, we got Shuriken there. Then on the right is Bison King. You can see that it is a lot bigger than both of them. It has a lot more height, a lot more bulk. And so it definitely is going to make up a large proportion and a large chunk of the combination. So, let's get started on preparation.